Let's see the features of sole proprietorship. Single ownership. A sole proprietor is wholly owned by one individual. The individual supplies the total capital from his own wealth or from the borrowed fund. Single ownership, as we know, that sole proprietorship. The name itself says only one person is the owner. He himself runs the business. So, sole proprietorship is owned by one individual. This individual supplies the total capital. Now, this individual can supply that capital out of his own wealth, own saving, or from borrowed fund. In any case, the money is coming from this individual only, because this person, even if he is borrowing funds, he has to return that funds to the creditors. So, four keywords: owned by one individual, supplies total capital, own wealth, borrowed funds. Next is one man control. The proprietor alone takes all the decision pertaining to the business. He is not required to consult anybody. Ownership and management are vested in the same person. Children, in order to explain one man control, you have to mention that all the decisions are taken by the sole proprietor. He doesn't need to consult anybody. He can if he want. If he want, he can consult his friends, he can consult anybody, he can consult a person by paying him money, but it is his choice. Ownership and management are vested in this person only. That means he is the owner, he is the manager, because he is supplying funds to the business. So why should he share his ownership and control with anybody else? If he is supplying capital to the business, it is his right to own and manage the business in his own way. He can employ persons from outside to help him, but even in that case, the ownership will remain with this person only. And the person who is employed, that person will be paid a salary. He will not be entitled to share the profits of the firm. So the keywords for one man control are: he takes all the decisions himself, does not consult anybody, and ownership and management lies with the same person. No separate legal entity. Children, the law does not make any distinction between the sole proprietor and his business. That is, the income of the business will be the income of the sole proprietor, and the government will charge taxes on the basis of income which he has earned by running his business. If the owner dies or become insolvent, the business is dissolved. That is, the sole proprietorship depends on the life of the sole proprietor. The business will continue till the sole proprietor can continue his business. Keywords for no separate legal entity are: the law does not make any distinction between proprietor and the business, and if he dies or become insolvent, or he is not able to carry on the business is dissolved. Next is unlimited liability. Children, the sole proprietor is personally liable for all the debts of the business, because he is the owner, he is the manager, he is the controller of the business. He himself is running the business. He himself is getting all the profits of the business. He himself is taking all the decisions for the business. So if he is taking loan for the business, he himself will be held liable for the same. And if he is not able to pay back money, his personal property will be attached. That is, if he is not able to return money, then his personal property will be sold off in order to return money to the creditors. The keywords for unlimited liability are: personally liable for all the debts. In case his assets are insufficient, his personal property will be attached. Children, this is the most important keyword, and it should be written with unlimited liability. Unlimited liability actually means that the personal property of a person is attached in order to pay off debts. No profit sharing. Children, sole proprietor alone is entitled to all the profits and losses of the business. He bears the complete risk and there is nobody to share profits or losses. As we know that sole proprietor himself invests all the capital in the business. He himself manages the business. He takes all the pain for carrying on the business. So he doesn't want to share his profits with anybody else. He himself will enjoy all the profits and he will not share his profits with anybody else. And when he is taking all the decisions for the business, when he is running the business in his way, his decision may be wrong and the business may suffer losses because of his decision. Children, we know that the success or failure of the business depends on the skills of a person who is running it. So if this person does not have skills, this person does not have managerial ability, and if because of his wrong decision the business is facing losses, why should anybody share losses with him? He is the one who will enjoy all the profits because he solely is taking all the pains for the business, and he is the one who will bear all the losses because he is not involving anybody else in the business. So the keywords for no profit sharing will be entitled to all the profits and bears the complete risk. Next is a small size. The scale of operation carried by a sole proprietorship is generally small. The sole trader can arrange limited funds and managerial ability. It is said that sole proprietorship is generally a smaller size business. Why? Because he alone is investing capital in the business. Because his own wealth as well as borrowing capacity is limited to the extent of his wealth. Because if a person has to borrow money, he needs to keep some asset on security, and his assets will also be limited to his own assets. But if he join one more person with the same wealth, the size of business can be doubled. Therefore, it is said that size of business of sole proprietorship is generally small. Children, it is assumed that the size of sole proprietorship will be small because he can arrange limited funds as well as he himself is managing the business, so his managerial ability will also be limited to his own ability. And the keywords for a small size are generally small. As we discussed that sole proprietorship is not always a small size business. So you will write that it is generally a smaller size business, and it is smaller because the ability of a sole proprietor to arrange funds and as well as his managerial ability are limited. No legal formalities. Sole proprietorship can be started without any legal formalities. It is very easy to start or dissolve sole proprietorship. No legal formalities are required. You just need funds, and if you have funds, you can start your business without anybody's permission, but except in certain cases where license is required. License is required in case of drugs, in case of medicines, in case a person wants to sell weapons. Apart from few products, license is not required. So it is very easy to start a sole proprietorship, and whenever sole proprietor find that he is not able to handle the business and he is getting losses, so he can dissolve his business whenever he wants. Keywords for no legal formalities are: it is easy to start, manage and dissolve. No legal formalities are required to start, manage and dissolve the business, and only a license is required for certain types of business.